Hello and welcome. If you're tired of memorizing grammar rules, if you've studied English for years but still can't speak fluently, and if you wish there was an easier, smarter, more natural way to learn English, then this video is exactly what you need. Because today, I'm going to share with you something very real, very powerful, and deeply effective. How to learn English while sleeping. Step by step. Now let's be honest. You can't become fluent in one night. No one wakes up after 8 hours speaking perfect English. But what if I told you that your brain doesn't stop learning when you sleep? What if, while your body is resting, your brain is still listening, absorbing, storing words, sounds, and patterns? Science has shown that during certain stages of sleep, especially deep sleep and light sleep, your brain continues to process information. This is called targeted memory reactivation. And it's real. In 2012, a group of researchers in Switzerland did an experiment. They taught people new foreign words. Then, while those people were sleeping, they played audio of those words softly in their ears. The next morning, the people who listened during sleep remembered significantly more than the people who slept in silence. That's not magic, that's memory. And today, I'm going to teach you how to use this powerful brain function the right way, so that even while you sleep, you continue learning English. No gimmicks, no tricks, just smart strategy, real psychology, and step-by-step guidance that's easy enough for beginners and powerful enough for anyone. So don't skip, don't click away, because every step matters. And the last one may be the one that changes everything for you. Let's begin. Step 1. Prepare your mind before sleeping. Before you even press play on any audio, you must prepare your mind. Why? Because your brain listens better when it feels calm, focused, and open. If you go to sleep stressed, scrolling through your phone, or full of noisy thoughts, the English audio won't reach deep into your memory. It will just float past. So what should you do? Here's the method. Lie down in bed. Turn off the lights. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Say softly to yourself, I am safe, I am calm, I am open, I am ready to learn English in my sleep. My brain is powerful, my brain is listening. These words are not just positive thinking. They are brain signals. You are telling your subconscious, now is the time to absorb. Now is the time to grow. Let's imagine a woman named Fatima. She works in a hospital all day. She's tired at night. She wants to improve her English but has no time. So she tries sleep learning. But she just plays a video and sleeps. Nothing changes. Then one night, she tries something different. She lies down, breathes slowly, and says, even if I'm tired, my brain is still learning. I am open to English. I am improving. That night, she sleeps peacefully, and the next morning, she hears a phrase on YouTube she had heard in her sleep. And something feels different. She remembers it. Why? Because she prepared her mind. She didn't just let the sound play. She told her brain, wake up, we're learning. This step is simple, but if you skip it, the rest becomes weaker. So always begin by preparing your mind before sleep. Step 2. Use simple and repetitive audio. Now your mind is ready. But what you play matters more than you think. Don't play complicated content like movie dialogues, advanced grammar lectures, or long podcasts. Why? Because your brain while sleeping cannot process complex structures. It needs short, clear, and repeating sounds, like music. So what kind of English audio should you play? Choose this type of content. short, daily conversations. Hi, how are you? I'm good. What about you? English affirmations. I speak English confidently. My English is improving every day. Beginner-level sentence loops. This is my room. This is my room. This is my room. This type of audio creates a pattern in your brain. And your brain loves patterns. It doesn't feel like studying. It feels like remembering. Imagine you're trying to fall asleep. Which is easier for your brain to absorb? Option A. According to the rule of subject-verb agreement, third-person singular subjects must end with an S unless. Option B. He works, she cooks. He works, she cooks. He works, she cooks. Which one is easier? Of course. Option B, because it's simple, repetitive, and familiar. So, find or create a 10 to 20-minute audio file of simple English phrases. It should repeat every few minutes. The pace should be slow and calm. Save it. And play the same one every night for 30 days. This will build real recognition in your brain. And over time, your ears will understand English faster than ever before. Step 3. Set the volume low. Like a whisper, not a lesson. Now that you've chosen the right audio, the next important thing is the volume. And you might think, why is volume so important? I just need to hear it, right? But here's the truth. Your brain can't learn if the audio is too loud. And it won't register anything if the audio is too soft. So, what's the perfect level? It should be like someone is gently whispering next to your ear. Calm, soft, peaceful. It should not feel like a teacher shouting. It should feel like a friend reading to you while you fall asleep. Why volume matters so much? Let's say you're sleeping peacefully, and suddenly, a loud, "Hello, how are you?" blasts through your ear. What happens? Your brain feels danger. Even in sleep, your brain is trained to protect you. Loud sounds activate your fight or flight response, even if you don't wake up completely. When this happens, your brain closes the door to learning. It goes into protection mode, not learning mode. But when you use low volume, soft tone, and relaxing rhythm, your brain feels safe. And a safe brain is a learning brain. Ryan was a student from Nepal trying to improve his English. He downloaded English conversation audio and started playing it every night. But after a week, he felt nothing had changed. He was frustrated. Then one day, he asked his little sister to listen while he slept. She told him, "Your speaker is too loud. It sounds like someone is shouting all night." Ryan was shocked. That night, he reduced the volume to a soft, peaceful level, like wind through the trees. And the next morning, he remembered this phrase clearly from his sleep audio. "Nice to meet you. My name is John." He smiled. It was the first time something stuck. Why? Because he didn't just play the sound. He played it at the right emotional level. Use headphones designed for sleep, optional but helpful. If using a speaker, place it behind or beside your pillow. Turn the volume down until it feels like a calm whisper. Test it by lying down with eyes closed. If it feels relaxing and gentle, it's right. This is a small step, but if you get it wrong, your brain won't absorb anything. If you get it right, everything changes. Step 4. Choose audio length, between 10 to 30 minutes, not hours. Now let's talk about the length of your English audio. This part is very misunderstood, and many people make a big mistake here. They think, more is better. If I play 3 hours of English while sleeping, I'll learn more. Wrong. Your brain doesn't work like that, especially during sleep. Here's what science tells us. Your brain can absorb small blocks of information, like a short conversation or repeating phrases, but only if the content is simple and short. If your audio is too long, your brain gets overwhelmed. You start hearing many topics without repetition, and in the end, your brain forgets everything. During sleep, the brain doesn't learn like a student. It learns like a child listening to a lullaby, through rhythm and repetition. This is why nursery rhymes are short. This is why mantras are repeated again and again. The brain needs a pattern, not a long lecture. Let me tell you something that changed everything for one of our viewers from Brazil. Her name is Lucia, and she struggled with English for 7 years. Every night, she used to play those long 2-hour YouTube English videos while sleeping, thinking more content meant faster learning. But after a month, she realized something shocking. She remembered nothing, not even one clear sentence. She told us, "It felt like I was pouring water into a leaking bucket." Then she did one small experiment. Instead of 2-hour videos, she chose just one 15-minute audio, only focused on daily sentences like, "I need some water? Where are you from? What time is it?" And here's the key. She listened to the same 15-minute audio for 10 nights in a row. Not new topics, not fancy grammar, just simple repetition. And after 10 days, she surprised herself. When a tourist in her city asked, "Excuse me, where is the nearest pharmacy?" Lucia answered with confidence, "Go straight and turn right. You'll see it near the cafe." It was her first real English conversation. No hesitation, no fear. Why did this work? Because our brain doesn't learn from too much content. It learns from focused repetition. Just like a song gets stuck in your head when you hear it 10 times. English phrases also become automatic when repeated in a short loop. So if you're listening to 2-hour random videos hoping to get fluent, you're not training your brain. You're tiring it. What you should do: choose or make an audio that's 10 to 30 minutes long. Keep the content focused. Just greetings, or just food vocabulary, or just one small story. Play the same audio every night for at least 30 days. Don't worry about understanding everything. Just focus on letting your brain receive. Short audio. Long commitment equals real results. Your brain learns like water filling a cup. If you pour slowly, the cup fills. If you pour too fast, it spills. So pour English slowly, one drop at a time, and your cup, your brain, will remember. Step 5. Repeat the same audio every night for 30 days, without changing. Now let's talk about something that most people get wrong. And because of this mistake, they never see results, even after trying for weeks. That mistake is changing the audio too often. Let me explain why this is a disaster for your brain and how to fix it. Your brain does not learn by listening once. It learns by repetition. Repetition creates stronger neural pathways, like a road you walk again and again. Each time you hear a sentence, it becomes easier for your brain to recognize the sound, understand the meaning, and prepare to speak it later. But what happens when you play a new video every night? You destroy that pattern. The brain hears something one night, and it's gone the next. It never gets the chance to practice recognition. So instead of storing it, it throws it away. That's why most people who try sleep learning fail. They don't repeat. They chase variety but forget the truth. The brain doesn't need new, it needs familiar. Let's forget English for a moment. Think about your favorite song, maybe from your teenage years, or a tune you still hum today. Now ask yourself, how did you memorize it? Did you sit down with a notebook and write the lyrics 10 times? Did you study the grammar of the song? Did you translate every word? Of course not. You heard it again and again. On the radio, in the car, in your room, at a party, on your earphones during a walk. You didn't plan to memorize it. But one day, without trying, you realized you knew every word. You could sing it in your sleep. That's the power of repetition. It didn't happen because the song was short. It happened because your brain heard the same thing many times. And it turned into automatic memory. Now apply this to English. If you choose one simple 20-minute audio with daily conversations or useful phrases, and you listen to it every single night for 30 days, it becomes your language song. At first, you won't remember much, but by day 10, your brain will start predicting the next sentence. By day 20, you'll hear a line and mouth it silently. By day 30, that audio becomes a part of your brain. It lives in your memory, just like your favorite song. And when you speak, the sentences come out naturally. So don't chase new videos every night. Don't overload your brain with random lessons. Do what music did to you. Repeat one thing until it becomes unforgettable. That's how fluency begins. Choose one audio with simple, useful phrases, preferably 10 to 30 minutes. Make sure it's clear, slow, and easy to understand. Play that exact same audio every single night for at least 30 days. If it feels boring, good. Boring means it's entering your long-term memory. Do not change the video just because you feel like it. Remember, mastery comes from repetition, not variety. Your brain has two kinds of memory. 1. Short-term, for new information, like remembering a phone number for a minute. 2. Long-term, for stored skills, like riding a bike. Sleep learning works only when the brain is given time to shift what it hears into long-term storage. And that time comes through repetition. One simple audio, played every night, for 30 nights. That is the road to fluency. Step 6. Listen again for 5 minutes after waking up. Now let's move to the step that most people ignore, but it's actually one of the most powerful. Your brain is in a special state for a few minutes after you wake up. It's called the alpha state. A soft, relaxed, and highly absorbent brainwave mode that allows deeper connection between what you hear and what you store. And in this moment, your memory is wide open. So if you really want to learn English while sleeping, you must also learn English in the first 5 minutes of waking up. This is not about starting your day with a grammar lesson. It's about replaying the same audio you played during sleep and letting your brain recognize the sound. That moment of recognition is the beginning of fluency. Think of your brain in the morning like wet cement. Soft, fresh, and ready to take shape. Whatever you put into it first, stays. That's why if the first thing you hear is a motivational quote, you feel positive. If it's a negative news story, your whole day feels heavy. Now imagine this. You've been listening to a 20-minute English audio every night while sleeping. Your brain was relaxed. It was absorbing. But the moment you wake up, it's like your brain forgets everything it heard, unless you remind it. That's where the magic happens. If you press play on that same audio for just 5 minutes in the morning, while brushing your teeth, making tea, or getting dressed, you send a powerful signal to your brain. This is real. This matters. Don't forget it. And the brain listens. Those 5 minutes lock the sentences into your memory, turning passive listening into real understanding. just like writing something into soft cement before it dries. You make English stick. That's the power of morning repetition. What you should do: keep your sleep audio ready beside your bed, phone, Bluetooth speaker, or playlist. When you open your eyes, don't check messages, don't scroll, don't move into stress. Just press replay on the same audio for 5 minutes. Let your brain reconnect the sounds from sleep. This 5-minute practice builds a memory bridge from night to day. Why this step is powerful. Most people waste the most powerful time of their brain, the first 5 minutes of waking, by flooding it with stress, notifications, and distractions. But if you give your brain English in these first moments, it will remember better, respond faster, and grow stronger. You're not just learning English. You're reprogramming your mind to make English part of your identity. And it starts with what you hear the moment you wake up. Step 7. Say out loud what you heard, even if it feels silly. Let me give you the truth. You can listen to 100 hours of English. You can watch thousands of videos. You can even sleep with English every night for months. But if you don't open your mouth and say the words out loud, your confidence will never grow. Your fluency will never start. Because listening is only half the job. The other half is speaking, with your own voice. And most people skip this. They sleep with English. They understand the words. But when it's time to speak, they freeze. They stay silent. Not because they're stupid, not because they didn't try, but because they never trained their mouth, only their mind. You must understand, fluency lives in your muscles, not just your memory. Your lips, your tongue, your breath, your sound. These must practice too. Let's talk science. When you say something out loud, your brain connects 3 systems at once. 1. Memory system recalls the sentence. 2. Speech system activates the mouth and tongue. 3. Feedback system hears the sound and corrects it. This combination is what builds real communication power. That's why people who talk to themselves in English every day improve 10 times faster than those who only listen. Julia was a 38-year-old mother from Spain. She had been learning English for 12 years, but was still afraid to speak. She could understand movies. She knew grammar. But when someone asked her a question in English, her voice disappeared. She started sleeping with English, 1 audio per night. But she still wasn't speaking. Then, on day 15, she tried something different. The next morning, she repeated just 1 sentence from the sleep audio. Softly, alone, in her kitchen. Would you like some coffee? She whispered it 5 times, then 10, then added her own answer. Yes, please, I love coffee. That tiny practice changed her brain. It was like waking up her voice from a deep sleep. After 1 week of doing this, she started talking more confidently with her daughter. After 2 weeks, she recorded a voice message to her online tutor, in full English. Her tutor cried, not because it was perfect, but because Julia finally found her voice. What should you do? Every morning after listening, say 1 to 2 full sentences from the audio out loud. Don't whisper. Speak clearly, as if you're talking to a friend. Don't worry if your pronunciation isn't perfect. This is not about being correct. This is about being free. Stand in front of a mirror if you feel nervous. Look at your own face. Say the words slowly and proudly. Repeat each sentence 5 to 10 times. Example: I'm learning English. I'm learning English. I'm learning English. Add your own sentence. I'm learning English, and I'm not giving up. This will train your muscle memory, improve your accent, and make your voice feel natural in English. You are not just learning a language. You are becoming someone who speaks it, boldly and confidently. And that journey begins with your own voice. Step 8. Write down 1 to 2 sentences you remember, even if it's just a few words. Now we add a secret weapon, one most people never use: writing. You may ask, what does writing have to do with sleep learning? Everything. Because writing is the final step that connects what you heard, what you said, and what you remember. It forces your brain to take all that silent memory and turn it into a clear message using your hand, your eyes, your thinking. And this process tells your brain, this information is important. Store it. Let's talk real brain function. There's a part of your brain called the reticular activating system, RAS. It decides what to remember and what to forget. RAS is activated when you focus, repeat, and especially when you write something by hand. When you hear English in your sleep, your brain is passively collecting sounds. When you write what you remember the next morning, your brain makes a decision. Okay, I'm not just hearing this. I'm using this. And that one act of writing can move a sentence from short-term memory to long-term fluency. Example: Daniel, a 29-year-old graphic designer from Germany, loved watching English videos. He tried sleep learning for weeks, but never felt it was working. Then he read something online that said, after sleeping with English, wake up and write 1 sentence every day. So Daniel tried it. Day 1, he wrote, "Hello, how are you?" Day 2, "Nice to meet you." Day 3, "I'm going to the store." Simple, short, nothing fancy. But after 15 days, Daniel had a notebook full of 15 real, used, familiar English phrases, all collected from his sleep sessions. He started reviewing the notebook every morning, speaking those sentences aloud, and soon, those sentences started appearing in his conversations. Without thinking, Daniel didn't memorize. He absorbed, wrote, and used. That's fluency. What should you do? Keep a small notebook beside your bed. After listening to your audio, or while drinking morning tea, write 1 or 2 sentences that you remember hearing. Even if you only remember 3 to 4 words, write them. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about spelling. This is not for exams. It's for your brain. For example, sleep audio. Do you want some water? You remember, want some water. You write, do you want some water? Over time, this grows into a library of real English sentences, built by your sleeping brain, organized by your morning focus. You are now learning in your sleep, but you're also waking up with English in your hand. And that is real power. Step 9. Use sleep affirmations to reprogram your mind for English. Let me ask you something powerful. What do you believe about yourself? Do you believe that you're good at English? Do you believe that one day you'll speak fluently, confidently, fearlessly? Or do you quietly tell yourself, I'm not good at English. I always forget words. I'll never be fluent. My accent is bad. Because here's the truth most teachers never talk about. Your beliefs are stronger than your vocabulary. Your thoughts shape your fluency more than your grammar ever will. And that's where affirmations come in. Affirmations are powerful sentences, short, positive phrases that are designed to change your beliefs, your self-image, and your confidence. And when you listen to them while sleeping, they bypass the noise of your waking mind. and go straight into your subconscious programming. They don't just help you learn English. They help you believe, I am someone who speaks English. Let's talk science. The subconscious gate. Your conscious mind is like a filter. It listens to a sentence and says, is this true? Do I agree? Can I do this? But your subconscious doesn't argue. It listens and stores. Especially when your brain is in a relaxed, sleep-like state. That's why sleep affirmations are so effective. You're not awake to resist them. Your brain simply accepts them as truth. That's how people change fear into confidence. Not by forcing, but by programming. For example, Noah was a 42-year-old engineer living in South Korea. He had studied English for over 20 years. He passed tests, he watched English TV, but he never felt like he could speak in meetings. He didn't trust his own voice. He started sleeping with affirmations every night. Not grammar rules, not vocabulary, just belief statements like, I speak English with calm and confidence. I am learning faster every day. My voice in English matters. Mistakes don't stop me, they teach me. He didn't expect a big change. But after 10 nights, something strange happened. He was asked to introduce himself on a Zoom call with a client in New York. Normally he would freeze or pass the mic. But that day, he opened his camera and said, Hello, my name is Noah. I'm excited to share our ideas today. And he didn't even realize it until the meeting was over. It felt natural, automatic, almost like someone else had spoken. But it wasn't someone else. It was Noah's new self, the one he had been building in his sleep. What you should do: create or find a simple English affirmation audio, 5 to 10 minutes long. It should contain positive, believable phrases, repeated clearly and slowly. I speak English freely. English is becoming easy for me. My voice in English is strong. I enjoy speaking English with others. Play this audio after you're in bed, just before sleep, or loop it gently during your entire sleep session. Use the same affirmations for 21 to 30 days to build deep identity change. You can even record your own voice saying these lines, because the brain responds powerfully to your own tone. This step is not about words. This step is about changing who you think you are. Because once you believe you are a confident English speaker, your brain will start acting like it. And that's where real fluency begins. Step 10. Combine sleep learning with real-life practice to unlock true fluency. Now we arrive at one of the most important truths in this entire journey. You can do every step. You can listen while sleeping. You can repeat audios. You can whisper affirmations. But if you never use English in your waking life, your fluency will remain in your dreams. Sleep learning is powerful, but it is not magic. It is a support system, not a complete system. You still need to speak, write, think, listen, and live in English during the day. And this is the moment where most learners fail. They do all the sleep learning steps, but they stay silent during the day. They get scared. They wait to be perfect. They keep their voice inside. But the truth is, your voice grows only when you use it. If night is your foundation, then day must be your practice ground. What you should do: build a 2-part daily English plan. 1. Night equals sleep learning steps, 1 through 9. Second day: active use, speaking, writing, reading, watching, thinking. Create a rule for balance. If I sleep listen for 20 minutes, I will speak English for 2 to 5 minutes today. Keep a notebook or journal where you write your progress. Use apps, mirrors, voice memos, or friends. Anything to activate your real English use. Keep your sentences short and real. Talk about your day, your mood, your goals. Examples. I woke up at 7. I drank coffee. I am watching a video in English. This is not about grammar. This is about habit. Your brain must feel greater than English is not a subject. English is my language now, because most people do everything right. But they quit on day 6. They say, I don't see results. I still can't speak well. Nothing's happening. But fluency is like planting a seed. The roots grow underground long before you see the flower. Sleep learning is the same. You might not notice the changes at first. But slowly, your brain is recognizing patterns. Your ears are adjusting. Your mouth is preparing. And then one day, suddenly, a sentence just comes out. Naturally, without thinking. But that moment only comes if you stay long enough to reach it. Don't quit on day 6. Your breakthrough might be on day 7, or day 14, or day 21. But it's coming. If you stay. Use the right kind of audio. Simple, repetitive, gentle. Repeat consistently. Same audio, 30 nights minimum. Protect your sleep space. Calm, quiet, distraction-free. Stay committed. Don't look for instant results. Trust the silent growth. So now, you have the full truth. Not a shortcut, not a hack, not some overnight miracle, but a real, deep, honest system designed to teach your brain English while you sleep and build your fluency day by day, night by night. Slowly, powerfully, and forever. Because English is not just a language. It's a door, a bridge, a life-changing tool that connects you to the world. And if you've watched this far, I know one thing. You're not lazy, you're not broken, you're not bad at English. You're just someone who never got the right guidance, until now. So let this be the moment everything changes. From tonight, you don't just sleep, you train, you absorb, you become the English speaker you've always wanted to be, in your dreams and in your reality, because you don't need more motivation. You just need the right method and the discipline to follow it. Now you have both, so close your eyes tonight. Press play. And remember, even while you rest, your future is listening. If this video helped you, if you feel more confident, if you're ready to make this your new habit, subscribe now for more real, powerful English lessons like this. Leave a comment. I'm starting tonight. So others know they're not alone. Your journey doesn't end here. It begins here.